What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Akash, AKT, USD for Stana. Stana, we're doing this one for you. I've got it pulled up here on crypto. You know, type in AKT, USD on crypto. It doesn't give you volume, but this does have the most historical data without like gaps in it, right? Because if I go AKT USD on Bittrex here, it looks a little bit stranger, right? Definitely looks a little bit stranger. So taking the all-time high to all-time low here, you can see that we actually found a little bit of resistance right there at the 618. Very common area. It's the golden ratio, right? For those of you guys that don't know, look into the Fibonacci retracement itself. It is it's a powerful tool. It's my favorite tool. Absolutely. Like, leave me no other indicator at all but that, and I'd be very happy, honestly. It's really like all I need, but it's nice to have more indicators to kind of agree with things. But looking at this, rejecting the 618 1, 2, 3 times, 3 different weeks, and then coming back down, that's not necessarily a good thing, but you could see this as rejecting it on its first pass. That's possible too, you know. Let's look at this thing on the daily here a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know, rejecting it like once, twice. You did get a little bit above it, but I do have faith that this thing could see extensions, but we're not quite there yet. Let's just see how this thing interacts, and I want to look at a chart with volume on it too, but before we do that, let's get this overall fib looked at. The next area I would expect to go to, here we are at about 84 cents. The 382, a previous area that you found resistance multiple times. You were held down by it, then you broke above it and had a nice move. I think right there at about 66 cents, we're going to find some support. Okay, if we take the overall low here to the overall high that we've got right now, that 382 lines up pretty well with this 382. Can we wick below both of them? Sure. Could we go down to about 60 cents itself, 6 cents lower than this 382, about 10 cents, 11 cents lower than that one? Sure, we could. And then come back up from there? Absolutely. The 236 here lines up with this 618 pretty well as well. Could we do that? Absolutely we could, because all we have here is a low and then a higher low. I wouldn't really consider this a macro low, so if we were to form a higher low, we could go all the way back down to here and then go up. That would line up pretty well with this kind of overall. You know, I've got all these fibs on the chart, but let me see here if I can clean it up. I just feel like that 618.236 area would line up pretty well, you know. But enough of that. Let's actually go to AKT USD on KuCoin now. Akash network. Let's see, AKT, Akash. I don't know. $185 million market cap. It is pretty diluted. It's not fully diluted, and that's okay. You know, it's about halfway there or so, a little bit over halfway there. I like to look for things that are fully diluted or pretty damn near fully diluted. If they're not fully diluted, I like to see how locked up their coins are for like their ecosystem's sake. We can check out the tokenomics. Tokenomics is unavailable for this thing. That's okay. Let's look at it. Let's actually look at it. Akash. Tokenomics. Akash. The AKT token, Akash.network. Let's see, ecosystem token, ecosystem. Akash ecosystem block list. That's not what I was looking for, was it? No. I'm sorry. Maybe it is the token itself. Docs discussions. Ecosystem tools token metrics? Maybe? No, I don't know. Incentivization incentivize providers lower prices, incentivize stakers to participate in the network. So you stake it and you get some. Governance, security, proof of stake. So it is a proof of stake. So, but I want to see the tokenomics. Maybe that's why they're not available, because they don't say it on here, which I don't necessarily like. Let's see, discussions. No, not discussions. I'm sorry, docs. Well, let's see, tokens and wallets, integrations, Akash nodes, validating, command line. I don't know. I don't like that. Can't really see the tokenomics, which is a bit of a concern to me. Like every coin, it's not like they're like, oh, I just forgot to include the tokenomics. Like, why aren't you including the tokenomics? That has me kind of it's kind of a red flag in my opinion, but whatever. You don't have to reveal your secrets to us. I don't care. You are increasing volume as you're moving up. Nice to see here on KuCoin. This could be a scam crypto. You know, they could all be a scam crypto, you guys. So if it's your money, just be careful. Do your research. Make sure it's something that you're comfortable in investing in. I myself, if I cannot find out how the tokens are allocated, like what percentage is given to the developers, the funders, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, the investors, the community, the DAO itself, if it has a DAO, or stuff that's like locked up to be burned or like whatever, like if it doesn't tell me how their tokens are allocated, that is kind of a red flag. It kind of is a red flag. And as far as I can tell, and as far as CoinGecko can tell, there are no tokenomics, which I'm not, especially with something that about half, a little bit, probably closer to 40% are locked up. That leaves me with my hand up. You know, I have questions. I definitely have questions. Maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe CoinGecko's missing something. Not looking in the right places. But back to the TA of things, I do think it goes lower. I really do. I think that 66 cent area, 60 cent area makes sense. Previous shelf here, right? Definitely looks good. On the weekly, your RSI is kind of neutral. Looks like it wants to come down. The price looks like it wants to come down too. But you are holding this fairly well, quite well actually. So let's just see how you do with this week. Maybe you do get a bounce here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to the downside. Finding a bounce after 5 weeks down is not unheard of. That's actually kind of a common thing. Maybe not on this chart, but you know, that's something to look for. If we look at this thing from this most recent kind of low to this high here, the 618 would be kind of right at the top of this previous area here. From this low to that top there, this 382 is kind of in line with that as well. So I would think that you go to about anywhere from about 71 to 60 cents, somewhere in that area. That would be my overall expectation before going higher. But who knows? Who knows? This weekly RSI does look good. Maybe not this week do you go there. Maybe you do, but then you come back up. Maybe next week you go there and then you come back up to close and kind of hold this trend line. Maybe you break through it, but whatever. It's okay. Looking at the daily RSI itself, it does look weak. I would think just looking at this, you kind of are in the opposite side of things, where you have kind of a descending trend line from the upside down. You actually even found resistance on this previous area of support, right? Like you kind of like literally support, and then boom, rejected it. I do think you go lower, probably to the oversold zone, and from there you'll make a move to about like anywhere from about 60 to 70 cents. And then from there we can talk about the upside, but right now being at 85 cents, I think we have some time before that. So if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. That's all I got for you. Take care. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.